chairman and me. Next on the agenda, I guess we are all seeing the agenda on the projector. Next on the agenda, we'll have individual introduction. This is how we're going to do it. Your name, your directorate, and then your designation. I'll start with myself. I am Rosemary Magdalene Masakol, May Johnson, Director, Bats and Dates. So we start from here.
Atolami, ICT Manager, Cameroon.
Abubakar Samaki Sama, Directorate ICT Manager.
Mauricio Yakalo, Gender and Disability Officer.
Simeon Patrick Soa, Network Manager, HQ.
Christian Jaskal, Black and Manager of that.
Letitia Rosetona, Arts and Lit, Legislation.
James Stefan, Manager, Education.
Paul Fuki JP, Registration Supervisor and Facilities.
Harry Kalon, Directorate ICT, Identity Manager.
Moses Saru Kane, Directorate ICT Officer.
Salim Jane, Directorate ICT, Senior ICT Officer, HQ.
Moses TFVV, Deputy Director of IT, NCRA.
I'm Danica. I come from Albania and I'm here for the training.
Miski Osman, Project Manager, UNOPS.
Dr. Salim Kwayambasu, Director of Vital Statistics and Research.
Michael Kefala, Deputy Director of Vital Statistics and Research.
Safune, Deputy Director of Bats and Dates.
Isabel Fasisi, NC Officer, Bats and Dates.
John Kelly, Manager, Records Management, Archives and Brackets, the Directorate of Bats and Dates.
Good morning all, I'm Martha Keskakambu, Deputy Director, External Relations and Legal Affairs and
I'm Michael Woman, External Relations and Legal Affairs, External Relations Officer.
Marketing Secretary, External Relations and Legal Affairs, Civil Legislation Officer.
A very good morning to you. I'm Linda Masangwai, Manager GIS, Directorate of Vital Statistics and Research.
William Grill, Directorate ICT and ICT Officer. Marie Tisulan, Directorate ICT Officer.
Sounders Ujala, ICT Directorate, IT Officer.
I'm the Director of ICT.
Mohamed Kinsi Wangane Kane, Directorate of Operations and Services, Manager, Floor and Operations.
Those are the back.
Okay. Jenna Bok, ICT, UNOPS.
The media team.
Almami Paul Kambia, IEC Department, Media Officer.
Yaki Pukumu,
The other one.
Abdurrahman Said Bendu, Salon Media Network.
Alfred Pewa, Focus News Blog.
My name is Ernst Atkins. I'm from Austria, and I'm project manager and consultant of the company Xion, who was developing the project.
I'm Elisa Caselli, Program Manager at the European Union Delegation, in charge of this project.
Thank you very much. And I now have the singular honor to also introduce a very, very important personality in our midst, a very hard-working Director General, very committed, a renowned personality in this country who has worked so hard to see us arrive at this level. So on that note, let me call on the Director General, Mohamed Mombashir Masakoi of the National Civil Registration Authority. I think he deserves a big clap. Thank you very much, sir. You have the mic, sorry.
Thank you,
Good morning, colleagues.
Good morning.
My dear good friends from the EU and the technical consultants who have come back research from Albania, and my good friend Missy from UNOPS. All of you, we are very much delighted as a government, and particularly as an authority, myself as the Director General, to be part of this session. This is a new section that is intended to capacitate all of us in the use, management, and interpretation of the upgraded new civil registration, vital statistics and identity management system that we've had with support from the European Union through UNOPS. You may be aware that we have two interventions. One is the construction or establishment of the Tier 3 primary data center for us, NCRA, and the upgrade of a new CRVS and ID management system. Both interventions were supported by the European Union and managed by UNOPS. We have come a long way to have these two interventions successful. And today we are pleased that we are here to train us all in the use and management of structure. We will not assume that because we are graduates or we have worked for several years and then we will know how to operate the facility or the infrastructure. We are going to take it that we don't know anything about it, and then we must be willing, even if we know, we have to be willing to learn more. Otherwise, we will not have had our colleagues fly from Albania to come to Sierra Leone. The reason why we made this provision possible was that we have had a lesson where before 2018, government procured biometric registration kits, what we call the VIUs, and then they established the infrastructure. There was a provision for staff of NCRA to be trained in the use and maintenance of those devices. Unfortunately, those ones that they said they train may not have been trainable, but they chose them and then they went through the training. We are aware that the experts came from Netherlands. They were here for some time to train that they identified as trainees. Once the training ended, the experts returned to Netherlands and the use of the VIU kits, the biometric kits, commenced. And then we inherited those kits. Then we also inherited serious problems with the maintenance and use of those kits. Because as a government, we had calls many times when we had breakdowns or challenges with the system. We did not have anyone within NCRA or in country to fix them up for us. We had to always refer to the experts in Netherlands, and government will pay for them to come. They will pay, government will pay for the days they will be here to fix those problems. Learning from that experience, we said as a responsible government, we will not accept it this time. We will identify trainable people, trainable staff that are permanent and pensionable. We will retain them, they will be here, they will go through the training. So we know even after this 1 week training, when our colleagues return to Albania, and we now commission the use of the infrastructure, we have challenges, except those ones that are very critical. But issues that we can manage, we ought to be able to manage them without reference to them at all. That is the essence of this training. So you are not just here to come on journey. We are here to pay attention to them. Young as she is the consultant, she's the lead expert. My colleague here is the manager, administrative manager for it. I as I understood. So don't say, oh no, I know more than her, she's young, and no, that's not the case. Because we will not afford to go to government or to contact for EU for any funds to get the expert to come back to us and fix any problem that we have, except critical ones. For those ones who happen to do with the operationalization of the infrastructure, you should be able to do it. That is why we have made this possible, that we have said, regardless of how busy we all are in our offices, we have identified ourselves, about 25 or 27 of us. I chose to be part of this training because at least I want to know how to put the system on and how to interpret it, how to read the data as it flows. The good thing about this is we have now, through the support from the European Union, we will now be able to account for minimum 5 or 6 modules in terms of vital events that we report on our record. In the past, the agreement government had with the past system, that was the SMRT or Smartmatic, it called for about 8 modules, but they only did 2 modules. But because we think we have to account for all the events that occur in the lives of our people, as a government, we have had support from the European Union. We have broadened that up to accommodate the rest of the other models. And it is also good to note that the system is directly linked with the systems established for this purpose in the district offices. We are in discussions now with our partners, primarily the European Union, to see how we can extend that towards beyond the district to the chiefdoms. And thank God that now constitutes part of the recommendations from the, how do you call it? Tripartite recommendations that we establish our services beyond the district to chiefdom levels. So that's what their recommendation will complement the endeavors we'll be working on ourselves and the European Union and UNOPS. So this system is linked to those ones in the district. So what we have there today or this week when we go through this training, I am pretty sure that we should now be able to replicate this to the rest of our colleagues in the district offices, so that they too should be able to communicate with you in the use and management of the infrastructure. That is the essence. So we require you to be very much attentive. I'm sure it's going to be interactive. And there is, when I got to the floor, I saw some provision there for lunch, not so, some refreshment. So you have no excuse to go out of this building for lunch or whatever it is. We have everything here. And thanks to UNOPS for facilitating that. Because I told him to contact you to support this. And I heard this morning that has been taken care of. Thank you very much. So we have to be very much focused. We have to utilize this support to the best of our ability. I have said, every one of you have been through this training will be held accountable. If there is a challenge in the system that is solvable at our level, and we cannot solve it, we will find a way of solving it. We will not tell government or EU to get us resources to contact our brothers from Albania or from Austria. You should be able to do it. That is the essence that we have this training. We have to bring them from Netherlands, from Albania or Austria to come to you here, taking the training to your doorsteps. Otherwise, 3 or 4 of our colleagues to Austria. But they said, and we accepted that. We understood it. Said, let the experts come, and we'll open up the bracket where many of us will be part of this training. So we'll have more people trained than the 3 or 4 that will have just gone to Austria for this training. So you see the huge benefits involved in it. So when we have this sort of opportunity, we must utilize this opportunity. The rule here is nobody goes out. Nobody goes out. And Mohammed Kono, you have to enforce that. Yes, sir. That nobody goes out. Everybody stays in and no one out. Not so? Yes, sir. Nobody goes out. We all have to be here and take part of this training. Until the training is between 9 and 5 every day. Not so? So we have to be here, focus on it, listen to them, ask questions, let's interact. Where we don't understand, ask questions, because we will have the responsibility of managing the system. We have two very much important infrastructure now in this edifice. We have the BDC and we have the CRVS system. It is so easy. So the challenge we had in the past, where Dr. Yabasu will have to disturb all of you to send data or to send data on a monthly basis, or you have not had data or not received this, that challenge should be ameliorated now with this system, because it generates better statistics by itself. Not so? So there is less headache. So we have done so much as an institution and as a government, and thanks to our partners, EU and the UNOPS, that have supported this process. So we are sure that on an annual basis, we should be able to produce our vital statistics report with ease, without any challenge. Once we have the data, and it's instantaneous, not so? No panel. So Dr. Yabasu knows exactly on a weekly basis or a daily basis the characteristics of all the events that we record. Not so? It's easy. So we have to make use of it. And one way to do it is to increase or sharpen our knowledge in its management and use. And then we will be able to produce those reports. If you also go through the tripartite committee report, there is also some recommendation of reports on data on the population. Not so? Regularly. This is how you generate that. So for the tripartite, we are far ahead of the tripartite recommendation. So are we not doing much? Yeah. And we should be proud of what we are doing. And we should be thankful to us who are supporting us in all of this. So many of the things that they said we should do now, we are already started it. So we will not find it difficult to see how we go about it. So please, I said to myself, let me go and have this training and let me be part of them, so that they see it is important. Nobody goes out, stay in, go through the training, interact with the team. Don't assume that you know. Assume that you don't know anything and learn. Then you'll be helping yourself. Otherwise, except if my colleagues have something to say, but this training is declared open. And I ask that all of you complete with this experts that are here, the partners that are here, please, for these few days that we have now, between Tuesday, today, and Friday. And then I hear that they have now decided to conduct some testing, technical tests on the process after it. So that's a possibility. And then once that testing is done on how we have understood it, how we go about it, that's what we will publish. And there's social media. Right? So we have to work with them on that to see that the testing is conducted, and those who get more than having a passing mark is 75. Because this is practical, the passing mark is 75. So those ones who will not announce the surnames, but will put the first names, and then the percentage that anyone secures. We publish those ones. That it is not to scare anyone, but just to make sure that that's how we account for the days we are spending here. Because it's resources. Let it realize a lot of resources. And the food we're going to eat. I see they're not like the usually eat conversation, you don't know how. Mohammed can tell you more. My boss was otherwise, so let me on behalf of the authority, the board and management, and government as a whole, again thank the European Union very most high for this priceless support. It is very appreciated and more than exciting. Like we said in the last meeting here, the project board meeting, once we go to all of this, we will have finalized the roadmap that I understand they have started working on it. We will now seek the audience of His Excellency, the President, for our report on the European Union interventions to improve civil registration in Sierra Leone. So let me also thank you. Momodu now. Momodu. So he is Momodu and she is Jenny. Those are the Sierra names. Yes. Momodu. Pronounce it. Thank you. And Jenny. So you are Jene. Once you are in Sierra Leone, those are your names. Momodu and Jene. Yes. Momodu. So you are Momodu. Momodu. So you are Jene. Say Jene.
Yes.
Say Jenny.
Jene.
Jenna.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, DG.
We
Colleagues.
have to do something. It's okay. Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm Momodo from Austria, but I have an African connection. I'm more than 25 years married to an African woman from Kenya, and a lot of people from you might not really know where Austria is. It's in the heart of Europe, and Albania. To tell you the truth, 14 years ago when I moved to Albania for this project in Albania, even my close friends in Austria, they say, Albania, I heard about, but where is it exactly? Huh? It's a small country in the south of Europe. It was the last one freed from the communism, and from the development, I would say, when we came there, 2010, less than here. Yeah? Was very undeveloped, no streets, nothing. It was really difficult. But in the meanwhile, I like this country so much, and my wife likes it so much that we decided to stay there. And one of the most lucky things was we met Amra one day when she was studying IT, and in the meanwhile she is working, Jenna. And in the meanwhile, she is working 5 years for our company, and in Albania she is responsible for the first level support. This means she is supporting 5 years the users in Albania, like you will be in the future. And I must say, she has really the experience of all the questions that come up, and people are stable in the system, and why is there only 2 kids, we have 3 kids, or whatever the problems are. Yeah? And please use these 3 days. She will lead you through the whole application. And she has the experience. Ask her everything. Don't be shy. She will try to answer everything. And if not, we still have our team in Vienna where we can find out if there is a technical difficult question to give you the right answer. So congratulations to be part of this challenging project. You have a very modern software. Congratulations to that, and you have the chance to be the central part, as we saw it in other countries, with the National Civil Register for the modern e-government that is now becoming to develop in Sierra Leone. But the NCR with the people, this is the most important in every country. No country without people, and to manage that and to have an overview, that's the main target of this system, and I wish you good luck and success.
I think Mixi, don't forget to work on somewhere, because this is an important course you are doing. You have models, but not so. You should engage yourself and Karan should engage Mixi while we certify this session. It's important. You have to have certificates for this. So take note. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yeah. Exactly. Thank you very much. We've all heard from DG and the
Momodu.
So I want to believe the key word there is let us focus on the training, because we have to give value for money. So please, during the training session, I want to believe myself and the director of ICT. We are telling you that during the presentations, all questions and comments, you can just send them after everything. Now everybody is hungry. We want to have a 5-minute breakfast, and then we come to the training program. We are not so empty. So, breakfast time.
Sorry, one word. Difficult to bring for so many people a little present, but to give a small taste of Austria, I brought some so-called Mozart balls. This is a little sweet, very famous in Austria. One taste of Austria.
So the next 3 days we have a taste of Austria.